We've had lots of bad performances this season, we've had lots of bad results this season, but now we've had arguably one of the worst takes I've ever heard in Scottish football as Andrew McKinlay insists Hearts can still catch Aberdeen for third this season. Welcome back, guys, to Son of Scotland TV. Cannot believe this, but yes, Andrew McKinlay has come out and he has said that Hearts' plans, Hearts' targets for this season haven't changed. They wanted to get to the Scottish League Cup semi-final. They can no longer do that. They wanted to get to the Scottish Cup semi-final. They still plan on doing that. But the big target was third place in the league. And Andrew McKinlay has revealed that Hearts still are aiming for that third spot, which seems insane to me considering that Aberdeen, I believe, are 22 points ahead at this stage of the game, and I think they've got a game in hand as well, so potentially could be 25 points. Aberdeen are showing no signs of stopping, whereas Hearts are showing no signs that we're really going to put a good run together. So for Andrew McKinlay to come out and say that we can still catch Aberdeen, I think that's insane. I mean, maybe if he came out and says we could potentially catch Rangers for third, then that's something different. But to suggest that the realistic aim for this season is to still catch Aberdeen, who have a 22-point lead, honestly, I don't get that. But McKinlay came out with Hearts TV and he said the following, quote, "We've not changed our goals other than one, which was to get to the League Cup semi-finals. We've obviously failed on that one. We still have it that we want to get a Scottish Cup semi-final at the very least. Obviously, we want to do better than that, but that's how we budget. For the league, and people might think this is ridiculous, but we're still early. I'm not changing our ambition to be third, but I'm not daft. That's not going to be easy, because we can do so much, we can improve a lot and get a lot of points. But good luck to Aberdeen, having started the season phenomenally. It would be churlish of me to say anything else, but I'm not giving up on that. I think the first thing we need to do is in bite-sized chunks. We're not that far away from the top six. Other than Aberdeen, it is fairly compact." End of quote. He then went on to speak about Hearts looking to do some business in January. Also that Neil Critchley wants a smaller squad. The Hearts squad will be getting trimmed, but the realistic target for that will be in the summer transfer window. I just think it's mental that this guy is saying that, realistically, we can't sign anybody in January. We can't trim the squad in January. That's not a realistic target to start changing up the squad. But he believes this season is still a realistic target to finish third. I mean, what would be easier for Hearts at this point? To get rid of players in January or to catch Aberdeen by the end of the season? I mean, the answer's fucking obvious, but for some reason, he believes that Aberdeen catching them for third is the target, yet we can't do nothing in January. That makes no sense to me. If anything, getting rid of players in January is the more realistic option, but, I mean, I don't know. Andrew McKinlay thinks otherwise. Look, third place, I mean, I respect ambition, but this is just straight up delusional, I think. There is no way Aberdeen will. I remember last season at Aberdeen, to be fair, saying something similar when they were like approaching 20 points behind Hearts, and it was further into the season. It was about halfway through, and I remember Aberdeen were playing Hearts, and I think the gap was 20 points, and the narrative was Aberdeen had to win that to stay in the battle for third. And you're like, the battle for third was long gone. Aberdeen had no chance of getting third at the halfway point last season, and unfortunately for Hearts, we're not even anywhere near the halfway point, and already we have no chance of getting third. So, I mean, you can have ambition, you can try and set yourself successful goals, but you need to be realistic. And the realistic thing is that Hearts will not be in the top three. Fourth, I think, is doable, because Motherwell and Dundee United, as good as they've been so far, I do expect them to drop off, and I think the points gap to them is catchable. But 22 points behind Aberdeen with a game in hand, and Aberdeen playing, some of the best stuff we've seen from any team that isn't called Celtic in a very long time. We ain't catching them. I mean, it's getting to the stage where Rangers realistically can't catch Aberdeen, and they're only 9 points behind, and they're Rangers with the squad and the financial power that they have. So if they're going to be looking and writing off second place, then I think we should probably be realistically tucking our tails between our legs and settling for the fact that we ain't getting third this year. So I mean, unless of course maybe we get third at the expense of Rangers, that's more realistic, I think. Even though that's still pretty, impossible at this point. But at this, I mean, at least we're closer to Rangers. We're what, 13 points behind Rangers, and they aren't playing well. So I mean, who knows? But for me, it's fourth at best. And honestly, the way we're going right now, I could still see us struggling to get fourth. So top six, if we can get top six and get a European place, that would be good enough for me. Let me know, guys, what you think down below. I don't agree with Andrew McKinlay here, but I like his ambition, but I think it's more delusional than ambition. The delusion here is running high. Must be in the water taps in Edinburgh. Fuck knows. Need to purify that water. Anyway, that's it, guys. Till next time. Peace.